That's right. Well, hello there and welcome to the Monday edition of glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your TV. We start this morning with the trouble with the compact Herald. Now, this is a bit complicated, this story, because somebody brought to my attention this amazing story in the Herald today about a hospital removing an eel from a man's bum. This happened sometime over the last week. The eel was about the size of a decent sprig of asparagus, a hospital source said. I thought that there was an interesting thing to compare the size of an eel to, a spear of asparagus. Maybe that was the last thing they removed from somebody's bum, I don't know. And they thought, oh, that's about the same size. It's unclear how the eel managed to be trapped inside the man. But then at the end of the article, they do point out that eels are secretive, nocturnal, and they hunt by smell rather than sight. So I think that gives us a fairly good idea of how it got up there. So, a great story, but why has it taken so long to make the news? I mean, this was surely one of the stories of the year, and it's saying like sometime over the last week that this happened. And this is the problem with the compact Herald. It's obviously so compact they can't fit all the good stories in at once. So yeah, note to Herald, maybe you just need to make a slightly bigger edition when you've got eel up the bum stories. Just saying. Hey, we've got more Martian amazingness for you this morning, because the Curiosity rover is getting set to examine a pyramid-shaped boulder. That's right. We've got a football-sized rock with an odd pyramidal shape. Is that how you pronounce pyramidal? Pyramidal? I don't know. But and I thought, oh my God, there's a rock in the shape of a pyramid. That can't be natural, can it? And so I quickly looked up the picture of the rock, and yeah, it's sort of pyramid shaped. But there's some people who are comparing it to the Great Pyramid of Giza, and I don't think that's because this is all a bit puckaroo over this side, isn't it? So yeah, it's not quite as impressive as I was hoping, and then the story got slightly less impressive as it went on when I discovered that the rock, they've called the rock, because you have to call everything in space a name, you can't just say it's a rock, it has to be a specific rock. They've called this one Jake the pyramid-ish rock. So yeah, more amazing stuff from Curiosity. Keep it coming, Curiosity. You are blowing our minds literally every day. Was it Casual Friday all weekend this weekend? Because we had the meeting with John Key and Leon Panetta, Secretary of Defence Leon Panetta. They're best buds now, of course. And a bit of embarrassing fashion stuff going on here. Here they are in apparently identical outfits. They really should have called each other before that happened. And there's Panetta going, I can't believe I came all the way here and this bozo wore exactly the same casual pants, unbuttoned jacket, and then but to make it even worse, Dr. Jonathan Coleman turns up and look what he's wearing. That's right, same gear. Casual jacket, slacks. Bring back the slacks. So guys, really, call each other, get it sorted out. We've got a big debate over the court TV today. Judith Collins, Crusher Collins, I think she now wants to, she's moved on from crushing cameras to cars to crushing cameras, completely ruined that line. Because yeah, she's a bit worried about the drama around the Scott Guy murder trial there. The too many close-ups of beautiful women, and it all played out like a reality TV show. Yeah, I call this unscripted court TV because, you know, reality TV queen Julie Christie, that's what she likes to call reality TV. She doesn't call it reality TV, she calls it unscripted television. So is Judith Collins saying that she would prefer them to be scripted when they're in court and to actually, for it to be more made up? Because I'm pretty sure there's a name for that. Perjury. That's right, that's what that is. When you say things that aren't the real things. Yeah, that's illegal, so that's not going to work. I thought the idea of reality TV in court would be quite cool. They could redecorate the courtroom, maybe cook something, and then we could all text in our votes and decide whether he's innocent or guilty that way. Works for me. And I just want to finish by listing off some more talents that are not talents, that are clearly not talents, from New Zealand's Got Talent last night. If you'll recall, so far talents that aren't talents that have, you know, people have gone through to the next round. We've had people who have got through because they are young. No, that's not a talent. Everybody can do that. People who got through because they are old, not a talent. We've got cheerleaders who got through for cheerleading. So quite talented, but I still don't know what they're going to do next time to really progress that on. Having a dead father, we've established that's not a talent. There was the woman who did the loops. Now that is a talent, but we've seen it before. I understand that none of the judges had seen it before, but just because it's a talent that the judges haven't seen before, that doesn't mean that it's not a talent. Oh, Katie Tunstall's pretty famous for doing loops. Kimbra, our own Kimbra, is pretty famous for performing loops. Just about everybody does it these days. You know, Ed Sheeran, yeah, he does it with the guitar and everything. And yeah, so I mean, don't get me wrong, she was great, but we've seen it before, judges. Jason Kirison, you're like a pop musician. I would have thought you'd heard of that before, but no, it blew his mind. And there were a couple of other things that happened last night. So I'm adding this to the list of talents that aren't talents. We've got fire dancing. That completely blew all three judges' minds last night. The guy came out, did fire dancing. They've obviously never been on a tropical island holiday, because I've seen that everywhere I've ever been on holiday. There's been a fire dancer. And again, I don't know how he takes that to the next level without actually setting himself on fire. He set the stage on fire last night. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know where he goes from here. And I just want to finish with the final talent that is definitely not a talent, playing the tin whistle. That's not a talent. It's okay if you're in an Irish band. I'll let you away with that. But if you just stand up there playing it by yourself, that is bloody annoying. And that is no better than the kids mucking around on the recorder. And really, I would give that 30 seconds, then I'll say, can you please go away and do that somewhere else? The judges loved it, and of course they're through to the next round. So just a few notes there. New Zealand's Got Talent judges. Please just put talented people through with actual talents. That's all I ask. I am the completely untalented Glenn ZB. Thank you for having me and your tally.